hold out the gas.
What you wanna do, bro? Hey, what's that on you? What's that on you, bro? What's that on you, bro? Oh, what's that on you, bro? Oh, man. Oh.
Gang, gang.
He used to be so dumb.
She said turn it off. Yes, get out. She said turn it off. Whole gang, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, on King David, since I was a kid, I was always scared of dogs. On King David, y'all know who the f I am, shorty? King David, stop playing with me. Ooh, oh yeah, my dead homies, run up. Run up, my dead homies, I'm gonna do you. Oh yeah. Stop tweaking with me on King Dave. You're not even cut like that before I take your pipe.
What's up, everybody? It's 1090J.
Maybe doing
rocking
extra
with y'all,
shit.
y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on the series of events that led up to famous Richard being indicted by the feds. When it comes to Florida, not many places can top the madness. And then there's Chicago. 25-year-old Richard Sharp, aka Famous Richard, would fall somewhere between the line of troll and comedian.
Cardi B always said it's always a motherfucker uglier than you, shorty. So just appreciate life. King David, ain't that right, guy?
He right, he got that.
No, trespassing, get out of here. Get out. No, you just came to your last time, bro. On King David, I'm not Kanye. Trespassing, you have to leave.
Not Kanye is crazy.
Gaining fame for his wild antics, he'd move out of Chicago, travel into the more luxurious state of New Jersey. Richard was now close enough to where he'd be able to make content in none other than New York City and be safely outside of the madness that is Chicago. Now, he wasn't necessarily pranking the people of New York. He was running down on one of New York's most notorious gangs, the NYPD. Famous Richard was literally going viral for pressing cops for their guns, and Instagram was loving it. The New York Post would even write an article stating NYPD searching for armed rapper trying to take cops' guns, and the NYPD would file an intelligence alert warning the city about Famous Richard. He'd do a few harmless pranks, come across celebrities, and his career seemed to be on a steady rise. But NYC isn't all glamour and glitz. It's streets, bricks, and projects. And within those streets and projects are the gangs of New York. Now, coming from Chicago, Famous Richard was no stranger to gangs and has an alleged tie to the Black Disciples himself. But many from Chicago would criticize his roots to the city, claiming he grew up somewhere in Minnesota. Richard would take to Instagram with his birth certificate, proving he was not only born in Roseland Hospital in Chicago, but that he's from the Hundreds.
Oh, King David, stop trolling me, man. Was born in Roseland Hospital, gang. I am from the Hundreds, gang. Stop trolling me, gang.
Located in the Roseland neighborhood on the south side, the Wild Hundreds got its nickname from the street numbers and the high level of crime. It's unknown how long Famous Richard lived in the area, but he definitely has roots in Chicago as his brother fell victim to the streets. On June 3rd, 2024, Chicago PD would respond to shots fired on Merrill Ave. This was the heart of Paxtown, an area based around 71st and Paxton, controlled by gangster disciples. Arriving on scene, officers would find 26-year-old Joshua Sharp, who was more commonly known as Lil Josh, the older brother of Famous Richard. Josh had been shot multiple times to the body and once in the forehead, leaving him to be pronounced dead at the scene. A witness would tell police they saw Josh on the ground when the suspect ran up, opening fire into his body before running off. Lil Josh was another rapper whose career went nowhere, and he can be seen in a throwback freestyle with two GDs very famous in Chicago drill history, Taekwon World TB and Taekwon World Poppy. All three of them would die from headshots in separate shootings. As soon as it became known Josh was dead, various gangs throughout Chicago would start dissing Josh, including NLMB and the Bloodhounds. With the dissing of his dead brother, Famous Richard would fire back, dissing NLMB's dead members. But he was doing so from the safety of another city. Richard would take it a step further when he created the Quando Rondo Challenge.
Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
The video was a recreation of Quando witnessing his cousin's murder, the very same murder Lil Durk is charged with ordering. But again, Richard is from Chicago, where dissing the dead is as normal as making them dead. But in New York, Richard would quickly find the attention he sought.
Let a nigga play with me out here, gang. On King David. Let a nigga in New York play with me, gang. On King David, nigga. Y'all know, nigga, come on, gang. Ain't nobody gonna play with me, so I want a nigga to play with me, Bobby. I be waiting on
2 hours later.
Love y'all, folks. On King David, folks. That page is backdoored me, for I love y'all on BD, folks. Motherfucker just shot me.
A lot of speculation came as to if he was really shot or was he just clout chasing. But the news would confirm the shooting did actually take place.
Tonight, police are searching for the 2 people responsible for a shooting in Brooklyn. It happened in Bushwick off Central Avenue.
I ain't trying to laugh at nobody, but that's crazy.
Grazed by a bullet to the head. He was rushed to a hospital in stable condition. Police say 2 men got away on a moped.
Now, famous Richard wouldn't be himself if he didn't make light of the situation, and he'd turn his own hospital release into a skit. In the skit, you can clearly see where Richard was grazed, as he has a patch with stitches on the back of his head. New York crit
He won't like that in the house. He
would
was
take
just
the
crying.
Instagram calling out famous Richard, claiming he ratted.
Yo, hold up. Yo, Rich, you know you just ratted, right? You was a rat. You just dry snitch. Stop ratting
Gang,
on
you at work,
don't
bro.
laugh, mud.
Stay out the
What you
streets, bro.
talking about? You lucky niggas caught
You at
you
work.
before I got the court.
You's at work, my nigga.
Go
Stop.
get back.
Stay at work. Stay at work, bro.
Gino would then
Stay
share
at
a
work,
screen
bro.
recording of his DMs.
There's nothing else to say
arguing
to
with
it.
Richard,
Why am I
who said
arguing with nigga
nobody
that's
ever
at work?
did anything to him.
It's
No
just
nigga ever
awful.
grazed me. I didn't even get grazed on King David, nigga. When I hit the gate, when I jumped over the gate, I hit my head on the gate on my brother grave. When the police came, that's the first thing they seen. So they thought they seen blood. They thought I was grazed. You goofy. You an internet nigga on King David on bro grave. Nigga, really, hey, you hear me? I really did call niggas from y'all hood and belt to their ass, gang. On my brother grave, I just got your location to your job.
Literally.
On King David, I'ma knock you out and wake you back up. On my brother grave, your ass gonna be trending for the rest of your life.
Nigga
So whether
working
or not
the
he got shot, we don't know, as it's common for rappers to deny it so the shooters don't feel accomplished. But we do know shots were fired, and Richard damn near died after being lured into Bushwick. So almost getting his head took off before the new year, the feds would knock his head off less than 2 weeks into 2025. On January 10th, Richard would be taken into custody and indicted on possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The feds would allege 1 month after Richard's brother was killed, Richard possessed a 9mm Beretta with a defaced serial number and an extended magazine holding 25 rounds. Richard, or someone close to him, would take to Instagram stating he needs a federal lawyer and he'd call upon his fans and supporters for help. But with the feds, there isn't much that can be done. Unless Richard has Zay Osama money and can get the same lawyer who got Zay 14 months in prison for a Glock with a switch, then Richard can expect to get something around 4 years in federal prison. Whether it was his brother's death mixed with the paranoia from the dissing Richard did, or he just kept it on him, knowing he was playing a risky game in New York, famous Richard's career has officially been put on standby and could quite
And he did that in
possibly
New York and Chi-Town.
he
They
awaits
saying last
federal
video they saying it's
prosecution.
cool, but in New York, you crazy.
Now with the internet,
That was what a
it's
switch was
almost
shit. Either
like
way, law.
a gladiator ring, right? The fucking Coliseum. That's what the internet has become because the consumers, the people that's watching, they want more and more and more. They want riskier shit, more dangerous shit. You're pussy if you don't do this. You're a bitch if you don't do that. And then when you do it, you're stupid, you're dead. And then they're in your comments saying, ha ha ha, whatever, whatever, you got smoked, right? That's the internet. Boom Gang did crazy shit, especially for his time. He's really like one of the pioneers of doing crazy fucking shit. He was running up in churches, running on store counters, everything. But he completely changed his life around. He was on drugs, he was on this, he was on that, completely changed his life. Now he's a man of God. And all anybody can do is salute that, bro, because the career that he had was only going to go so far. And a lot of people that were on that ride
because there was no other way.
So when it
Besides
comes to
being
famous
stuck in a
Richard,
cell,
you can only
God's
ride
the
this
only way.
wave until it goes bad.
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Famous Richard. You feel me? He a funny cat to me. He fucking up for real, cause now he about to go do some time and shit like that. But you feel me? He gonna be straight. He a cool cat. It's hard to hate a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? It just be hard to hate him. I mean, unless he did show niggas, and you know what I'm saying, it's automatic. You know what I'm saying? But y'all leave y'all comments below on what y'all think. If y'all enjoyed the video, y'all leave a like, subscribe. I would appreciate that. Till next time.